You are not born into a family, you are born into a shortage. Land is scarce. Soil is thin. Winters are long. Your body is not celebrated, it is assessed. Can you survive cold? Can you survive hunger? Can you survive loss? If you cannot, the system adjusts by removing you. Infant mortality is not tragedy, it is correction. Survival is not destiny, it is allocation. You grow up knowing food runs out before spring. Barley porridge, dried fish, sour milk. Meat is rare and controlled. Calories are counted without numbers. You learn early that strength costs food and food costs violence. At 6 you carry wood. At 7 you carry water. At 8 you carry weapons that are not yours. Childhood is inefficient and therefore brief. You are trained by imitation, not instruction. Watch, repeat, fail, get hit, learn. Your father does not explain why. Explanation wastes time. Pain teaches faster. You learn how to grip an axe before you learn how to read faces. Woodcutting turns into bone splitting naturally. Tools are universal. Axe is tool. Axe is weapon. Efficiency matters. You learn hierarchy by force. Stronger men take more food. Older men decide where violence goes. Chiefs own ships. Ships own men. Men without ships are assets waiting to be sold to opportunity. You understand early that you do not fight for glory. You fight because surplus men are a liability in winter. By 12 you row, long ship, oak planks, iron rivets, 30 men, one hull. If you stop rowing, you are beaten. Not out of anger, out of balance. Coordination keeps the ship alive. Individual comfort is irrelevant. Salt water rots your skin. Blisters split. No one stops. Stopping is visible weakness. You train with shield and spear, shield wall, shoulder to shoulder. If you break formation, you expose others. If you expose others, you are corrected. Correction is immediate. Fist, shield rim, boot. Discipline is physical because words do not hold lines. Raids are planned economically. Distance, wind, cargo weight. Slaves are lighter than livestock and more profitable than silver in some markets. Monasteries are chosen because monks do not fight well, not because of religion, because of efficiency. You learn that gods are flexible, but profit is not. Your first raid is not heroic. It is confusion, smoke, screaming, slippery ground. You follow older men because hesitation isolates you. Isolation kills. You hit what moves. You grab what shines. You drag what resists less. This is not savagery. This is procedure. You return with goods. Silver, tools, people. The village eats better. Your value increases, not as a person, as capacity. You are now proven. Proven assets are reused. Winter comes. Injuries surface, frostbite, infections, untreated wounds. Weak bodies die quietly. The system does not pause. Dead men free resources. You train harder, lift stones, wrestle, spar. Your joints ache early. Pain becomes background noise. Pain that does not stop function is ignored. Pain that stops function is replaced. You hear stories about Valhalla. They are useful. They reduce fear. Fear slows men. Slower men cost raids. Myths are logistics tools. You marry, not for love, for alliance, for labour, for children who may survive long enough to replace losses. Your wife works fields and animals. You work violence. Labour is divided by survival math. You raid again and again. Distance increases. Risk increases. Reward increases. Replacement cost increases. Your reputation grows. Reputation is not respect. Reputation is expectation. Expected men are sent first. You gain loot. You gain scars. You gain attention. Attention puts you closer to chiefs. Chiefs use you more. Success tightens control. You are valuable now. That means you are deployed more efficiently. You are no longer learning. You are being spent. Raids stop being events and become schedules. Spring preparation, summer sailing, autumn return, winter survival. Your body is part of a cycle optimized for extraction. Wood, iron, men, blood, silver. Inputs and outputs. Losses are expected. Profits are counted. You are sent farther now. Across open sea. Weeks of rowing. Salt eats your hands. Cold locks your joints. Food is rationed tighter because distance increases cost. Dried fish. Hard bread. Water that tastes of wood and rot. Calories are measured by endurance, not satisfaction. Weak men collapse quietly. They are thrown overboard without ceremony. A body that cannot row is excess weight. You fight in places that do not know your name. Villages, ports, fortified towns. Resistance varies. When resistance is low, efficiency is high. When resistance is high, casualties are calculated. You learn to value surprise over courage, fire over combat. Killing leaders early saves time. Time is risk. Risk is cost. You take slaves regularly now. Men for labour, women for resale, children because they survive transport better. You learn prices without numbers. A healthy adult male equals a set weight of silver. A skilled artisan is worth more alive than dead. A wounded captive is discarded. Transport capacity matters more than mercy. You hear screaming often enough that it becomes background noise. Sound does not stop action. Action suppresses thought. Thought is dangerous on a deck slick with blood and seawater. You function best when you reduce the world to tasks. You are promoted. You stand closer to the prow. You command others. Command does not mean control. It means responsibility for losses. If men die under you, you are blamed. If men survive, the system claims credit. You accept this imbalance because resistance would isolate you. Isolation kills. You begin to accumulate wealth. Arm rings, better weapons, a mail shirt. Mail is expensive. Iron rings riveted by hand, heavy, protective. Proof that you are worth continued investment. Investment expects return. You are deployed more often. You are injured. A spear grazes your thigh. Infection follows. The wound is cleaned with alcohol and heat. Pain is extreme but irrelevant. If you cannot stand, you are useless. You stand anyway. Recovery is rushed. Long-term damage is ignored. The system does not plan decades ahead. It plans seasons. You hear poets speak of honor, of destiny, of gods who favor brave men. These stories are repeated after victories, never after losses. You notice this pattern. You do not comment. Commentary does not improve survival. You age faster than men who farm. Your joints grind. Your grip weakens. You hide it. Weakness lowers your value. Lower value increases replacement probability. Younger men watch you carefully. They want your position. Positions are limited. Advancement requires vacancy. You raid one last time as leader. The ship is full, profitable, slaves packed tight, silver heavy in chests. Storm hits on return. Wind breaks coordination. Oars snap. Men panic. Panic spreads faster than fire. You shout orders. Noise competes with waves. You lose control. Control loss equals casualty spike. Men are lost. Cargo is lost. Profit margin collapses. Survival rate drops below expectation. When you return, no celebration waits. Only accounting. Chiefs listen. They nod. They assign blame without emotion. Your name is associated with loss now. You are still alive. That keeps you useful. Barely. You are sent on land campaigns instead. Shorter range, higher risk, lower reward. This is not punishment. This is optimization. You are too expensive to discard immediately. You are too damaged to deploy efficiently at sea. You fight inland. Shields crack. Axes chip. Armor dents. Repairs cost silver. Silver is not infinite. Younger men receive new gear. You receive repairs. Repairs signal declining investment. You survive fights you should not because of skill, because others die first. Survival becomes statistical. You notice fewer familiar faces. Replacement rate increases. The system is accelerating. Your body begins to fail in small ways. Sleep is shallow. Pain wakes you. Cold penetrates deeper each winter. You still function. Function is enough. You are injured again. Knee, twisted, swollen. You walk with delay. Delay is visible. Visibility is dangerous. You are reassigned again. Guard duty. escort, training boys. Training is cheaper than fighting. You are becoming infrastructure. You tell boys stories, not heroic ones, practical ones. Where to stand, when to strike, when to retreat even if retreat is dishonorable. Honor is flexible when survival depends on it. The system tolerates this because trained boys reduce future losses. You are no longer raiding, you are maintaining. Maintenance is what assets do before disposal. Your wealth remains but stops growing. Costs increase. Medical herbs, alcohol, food. Your return diminishes. You understand what this means. Assets with declining return are phased out. One winter you do not sail, another follows. Your name fades from planning discussions. Decisions are made without you present. Exclusion precedes removal. You die without battle, fever, infection, complication from an old wound. No saga records this. Death without spectacle has no propaganda value. Your body is burned. Ash scattered. Resources reclaimed. Equipment reassigned. History will call you a Viking. Warrior, raider, explorer. It will show strong men on ships under banners. It will not show accounting. It will not show replacement schedules. It will not show how quickly men were spent and forgotten. Now you live in a different era. You are hired, trained, evaluated, deployed. Your tools are different. Screens, metrics, targets, deadlines. Your body still belongs to a system. When output drops, concern appears. When output fails, replacement follows. The ship is an office. The raid is a project. The silver is profit. You are still an asset. The arena changed. The structure did not. And if this did not feel like a story, but like recognition, then the process worked. Because this was never about Vikings. It was about how systems consume people, and how easily they convince you it is honorable.